Okay, so picture this, it's 3 a.m. You are sound asleep, drooling on your pillow, probably having some weird dream about showing up to work in your underwear or whatever. And while you are doing absolutely nothing, money is being deposited into your bank account. Sounds like a scam, right? Like one of those too good to be true things your uncle forward on WhatsApp. But here the thing, passive income is real. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a magic button you press, but it is absolutely possible. And today, I'm going to break down that passive income actually is and share some real method that actually work, not the garbage you see in those clickbait ads. Now, before we dive in, let me be brutally honest with you because I hate when people lie about this stuff. Passive income is not entirely passive, at least not in the beginning. There is no such thing as making money while doing absolutely nothing. That's a fantasy. What passive income is really means is that you put in your work upfront, sometime a lot of work, and then that work continuously to pay you over and over again with minimal effort afterwards. Think of it like planting a fruit tree. You dig the hole, you plant it, you water it for months, you take care of it, and then one day it start producing fruit. And it keeps producing fruit years and years without you having to do much. That's passive income. The tree does not plant itself, but once it's grown, it keeps giving. So, let's talk about some real passive income ideas that normal people like you and me can actually do. Not billionaire stuff, not things that require a millionaire rupee to start. Real practical ideas. First one, and this is probably the most accessible for most people, dividend paying stock and index funds. Now, if you watched my last video on investing, you know I'm a big fan of index funds. But here's something cool. When you invest in dividend stock or dividend index funds, these companies literally pay you just for owning their stocks. Let me explain how this works. Big stable companies like Reliance, TCS, Infosys in India, or Apple, Microsoft, Coca Cola in the US, they make profits. And instead of keeping all that profit, they share some of it with their shareholder. That's you. So, every quarter or every year, you get a payment just for holding that stock. Whether you are sleeping, you are working, you are watching movies, does not matter. The money comes in. Now, don't accept to get rich overnight with this. If you invest 1 lakh rupee in dividend funds that pay a 4% dividend yield, you are making 4,000 a year. That's not life changing money. But here is the beautiful part. As you keep investing more and more over the years, and as those dividends get reinvested to buy more shares, it compounds. Give it 10, 20 years, and suddenly those dividend payments are actually significant. People have literally retired on dividend income alone. Second idea, and this is one gotten really popular, creating digital products like ebooks, online courses, templates, printables, stock photos, whatever. You create it once and you can sell it 1,000 times without doing any extra work. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are really good at Excel and you know how to make budget spreadsheet. You spend a weekend creating the ultimate budget template with formulas, charts and everything. You make it look pretty and professional. Then you put it up on a platform like Gumroad, ETSY, or your own website for like 200 or 500 rupees. Now here the magic. That template you made once, it can be downloaded and purchased by a hundreds people and thousand people or even 10,000 people. You made it once, you sell it forever. Every time someone buy it, you get paid and you did not have to make it again. You were literally sleeping or doing something else when that sale happened. I know people who make lakhs rupees every month selling Notion template, Canva templates, Lightroom present, digital planners, and the best part, once you have created it and set it up, the maintenance is minimal. Maybe you update it once in a while and answer some customer question, but mostly it just run an autopilot. Third idea, and this is a big one that a lot of people overlook, rental income. Now, I know what you are thinking. I don't have enough money to buy property. I can barely afford rent myself. I get it. Real estate is expensive because there are creative ways to do this. If you do have some saving or you can afford to buy a small property, even a one bedroom apartment in a decent location, you can rent it out. The tenant pay you every month and ideally that rent cover your EMIs if you took a loan plus gives you some extra income. Over time, your tenant is basically paying off your loan for you while you build equity in the property. That's pretty sweet. But what if you don't have money for property? Well, you can rent out other things. Do you have a spare room in your house? Rent it out on Airbnb or to paying guests. Do you have a car you don't use much? Rent it out on platform like Zoom Car or DriveZ. When you are not using it, it literally know a guy who rent out this car on weekend and make an extra 15 to 20,000 a month. He's using that car maybe 2 days a week, and the rest of the time, it's making him money instead of just sitting in the garbage depreciating. You can even rent out equipment. Do you have a camera, a drone, sound equipment? There are platforms where you can rent out your stuff to people who need it temporarily. It's sitting in your house collecting dust anyway. Might as well make it work for you. Fourth idea. And this is one takes time to build but can be incredible rewarding content creation, YouTube, blogging, podcasting, social media. Yes, I know this sounds ironic coming from me making a YouTube video, but it's true. Once you build an audience, there are multiple ways to make passive income from it. YouTube ad revenue, for example, once you hit the requirements and get monetized, every view on your old video making you money. I have video I made years ago that still get view every single day, and every single day they make me a little bit of money. I did not do anything extra. I made the video once, it keeps earning. Then there is a affiliate marketing. You recommend products you genuinely use and like. You put your affiliate link in the description, and whenever someone buy through your link, you get a commission. Some people make lakhs every month just from affiliate links on their old blog posts or videos. Sponsored content is another one. Once you have decent following, brand will pay you to talk about their product. And if you're smart about it, you can negotiate deals where old content continue to pay you or where you get a requiring partnership. The hard part about content creation is the beginning. You're putting in hours and hours of work creating content and getting basically nothing in return. It's demotivating. I have been there. You make 10 videos and like 5 people watch them and 3 of them are your mom. But if you stick with it, if you are consistent, if you are providing value, it builds. And once it builds, it becomes this beautiful passive income machine. Fifth idea is peer-to-peer lending. This once is bit riskier, so pay attention. There are platforms now where you can lend money directly to people or small businesses and earn interest on it. The interest rate are usually higher than what you would get from saving account or even a fixed deposit because you are taking on more risk. Platform like Faircent, Lend and Club in India or Lending Club in the US, they connect lender with borrowers. You choose who you want to lend to based on their credit rating and purpose. You lend the money and they pay you back with interest every month. It's like being a mini bank. Now, the risk here is that people might default on the loan. That's why you should never put all your money into this. But if you diversify, meaning you lend some small amount to making different people instead of large amount to one person, you spread the risk. Some people make a decent passive income from this. But do your research and understand the risk before jumping in. Sixth idea, and this is more people who already have some money saved up, high yield saving account or fixed deposits. I know, this sounds boring and not very exciting, but hear me out. If you have built up an emergency fund of, let's say, 5 or 6 lakh instead of keeping it in regular saving account earning almost nothing, put in it a high yield saving account or liquid fund or short term fixed deposits. You are going to keep that emergency fund anyway. It need to be there. So why not have it earn better interest? It's not going to make you rich, but it's literally free money for doing nothing. You are going to save that money anyway. Might as well optimize where it sits. Now, here the thing about all these passive incomes ideas. None of them are going to replace your job income immediately. That's not how this works. Passive income is something you build on the side while you are working your regular job. You start small, you are consistent, and over time it grows. The real power comes when you stack multiple passive income streams. Maybe you have dividend income from your investment, you rent out a spare rooms, you have an online course that sells occasionally, and you have a blog with affiliate links. Individually, each one might only make you a few thousand rupees a month, but together, now we are talking about real income. Money that can cover your bills, fund your lifestyle, or let your entire earlier if you are disciplined about it. And here's something nobody talk about. Passive income give you freedom, not just financially freedom, but mental freedom. When you know you have money coming in from source other than your job, you are not as desperate. You are not at scare of losing your job. You have options. You can negotiate better. You can take risk. You can say no to things that don't deserve you. That's a real value of passive income. It's not just about the money. It's about the choice it gives you. But let me also tell you what a passive income is not. It's not a replacement for hard work. It's not an excuse to be lazy. It's not something you set up in a weekend and forget about forever. You need to maintain it, optimize it, sometime reinvest into it. The passive part means it does not require your active time and attention all day, every day. But it's not completely hands off. Also, be very, very careful of scam. There are so many people out there selling courses on make money while you sleep that are completely garbage. If someone is promising you that you will make lakhs per month with no effort, with no skill, with no time investment, they are lying to you. They are trying to take your money. Real passive income require either upfront work, upfront money, or both. There is no magic shortcut. So, here what I want you to do, pick one, just one of these ideas that resonates with you. Don't try to do all of them at once because you will get overwhelmed and do nothing. Pick ones if you are already investing. Look into dividend funds. If you are creating, think about creating a digital product. If you have a space or stuff, think about renting. If you like creating content, start that YouTube channel or blog you have been thinking about. Start small. Start imperfect. Just start. Give yourself 6 months to a year of consistent effort. Don't expect result next week. This is long game. But if I promise you future, you will be so grateful that present you took action today. And remember, the goal is not to replace your income overnight. The goal is to build stream of income that work for you even when you are not actively working. Little by little, stream by stream, you build financially security and freedom. If this gave you some ideas or motivated you to start building passive income, smash that like button and subscribe because I'm going to keep making video that help you take control of your money and your future. Drop a comment and tell me which passive income idea you have going to try first. I want to know. I read all the comment and maybe your idea will inspire someone else. Alright, I will catch you in the next video. Now go to there and start building those income stream. Your future self is waiting and they are going to be so proud of you.